Hey, Charles, how's it going today, buddy?
Hey, happy May 1st. It's Labor Day all over the world except America.
Huh,
And that's what is going down in Europe today. It's an actual holiday.
really?
Yeah, yeah. Everybody else celebrates Labor Day on May 1st except America. We always got to be different.
Huh. Well, I know that
I don't know about
I got paid today, so,
It's the first of the month.
for me, it's
Right.
kind of like a payday, Labor Day.
There you go. But anywho, we're doing an album by a band that's a big shot. We're doing an album by a band I picked. I think we have done one other album by these fellas.
Yeah.
And you announce to the world what we're doing there, Leader.
We're doing an album by the Kinks called The Kinks Are the Preservation Green Society.
Kind of. It's Arthur Village Green Preservation Society. We're pretty close.
All right, well, whatever.
Yeah. Now, here, I said off there, I had a question. Really only one, actually, in this review. Now, when I presented this to the great and comparable Lee Grossman, well, I guess it will be two questions. One is, he said, this is not the era I really care for. From the
Really? You don't care for it?
No. You said this is not.
I know. I'm trying to skirt away from it and put it on you.
But then my part two would be, this is not the era.
All right. Well, I am going to first correct that and say this is one of the eras that after hearing it I realize I am into. The songs are a different story, but the era is a good one. But for the most part, I prefer their first album, and then they did a whole bunch of junk that I didn't like after that, and then they kind of went on board back with this. So I should correct myself with what I said, and I was going to do that anyway by saying this is the era that I liked. I would have hoped for a different album, but it was the good era.
Okay, so this is not the first time maybe it's, don't, you should cut me off or you tell me what's true. I'm not sure if this is the first time you heard the album in its entirety or
all right.
Already had.
I
you knew some songs, but maybe
I heard most of the album.
Yeah, context. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I think I made a very specific, purposeful attempt to listen to the whole album, and then after that, I just went on and did something else that I liked better.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I was I'll put it to a nutshell. I'm not going to piss all over this album. I have some interesting and good things to say. But I will say, without giving it away, that it intrigued me in a very weird way. And you'll find out with each song. So no, this is not necessarily an album to avoid. But I will say that it definitely is an album that and I will specify more later as we get into it why I think it's perfect for people like you.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
if I really like it. Yeah,
I'm not talking about whether you like it or not, but I'm only talking about people, your type of people. That's it.
Oh, my type. Whatever that.
Well, you'll find out what it means.
It's just like the same thing when you made the progressive music for dummies albums
Mm.
and blah blah blah, or that kind of analogy.
And I did the music for it, but it became actually too smart, so I didn't post it yet.
It's not really for me then. That's for sure. Yeah, this is like 1968, I believe. The Kinks, I think the classic line up here, it was maybe another album or two, and there was some changes that went on. But Ray and Jay Davies, a brother duo who didn't like each other. Where have we heard that before? And from England. Well, there's at least two other bands that way, and the Black Crowes come to my mind first, not that other English band.
Yeah.
But, yeah, let's get into it, man.
Okay.
It's the first time I ever heard the album.
Huh.
Yeah,
So all right, that's gonna make my job easier when I talk about things. Okay.
I am a simpleton. Let's do this.
All right, Mr. Simpleton, I'll start.
Yeah.
All right. The first song, the Village Green Preservation Society. Okay. It took a moment to get into it, but when I did, it was an okay song. I do feel it's probably talking about important things that I ought to be aware of, but aren't. So the lyrics seem like I walked in on a conversation between people who know a lot about something I don't know, and I'm lost trying to follow the conversation. So I can't give it higher kudos for that reason, but I rank it as decent musically. What do you think?
Okay, well, I've heard that this album is basically their answer to Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, now by a little other English group that hardly anybody knows. And I can see how this song kind of goes along those lines. The reason why maybe you didn't quite know what was on it was very British here, Lee. And I read there was they went through some kind of ban in the United States for about 4 or 5 years. They couldn't legally perform live in America. And that made them go all British in their music, if that makes any sense at all. Anyway, the song itself is a pretty happy tune. I hear a little Beach Boy influence as well with some of the backing vocals there. It's part baroque pop, part folky, and this one was a neato little song. I like it.
Okay. What do you think of Do You Remember Walter?
Now, allegedly, Ray Davies played keyboards on the album, and if that's him on the piano, kudos. I'm not sure, though, because Nicky Hopkins is also credited, so I don't know if it was him or Ray Davies, but because it's a piano-driven song. I'm going to say I certainly hear the song being an influence on latter-day Sir Noel Gallagher's Oasis songs and his first High Flying Birds album with this track. I honestly enjoyed this one so much that I had to listen to it twice. Pretty cool drums on this one, and this one has a good feel to it as well, man. I really enjoyed Do You Remember Walter?
Okay, but this one was okay. It's in the same musical style as the album Arthur, but a little bit different. But it getting close to that point. So I respect it for that reason, and it's a decent tune, like a pastry that's small, and I forget about it later, but enjoyed it while I chewed it. Okay.
Like one of those samples with the bakery.
Like what?
One of those little sample cuts with the bakery.
Yeah,
like that.
like here, take this. Okay, what was it? I don't know. Next. All right.
Did we do that album you said that maybe this is the third Kinks album. I thought we did one of those 70s. Either way. Okay, don't matter.
Whatever. I don't know what you said. It's like those samples I forget.
With Charlie Brown. Picture book, right?
Um.
Yeah.
No, those are better. But anyway, the next song is Picture Book. There's a part in this song that they do in a different beat in the song called Drive In from the album Arthur. I like this song better than Drive In. It's close to being a better song on the album. What do you think?
Very bass driven. And the drums too. And the guitars are lower in the mix. I thought it had a great little hook played by the bass in conjunction with the little guitar. Lyrically, it's kind of whatever, but musically, I could hear this rubbing elbows with the work of the Beatles. And would be hard pressed to find something as uniquely catchy in the Beatles catalog as this one. So, I also dug this one.
Huh. All right. Well, what do you think of Johnny Thunder?
Man, I wonder if Johnny Thunder made his name after that. I don't know. I hear some similarities with some sounds on the Who's Tommy here. And by the way, this preceded that. So, hey, Townsend, I'm on to you, buddy. I do suppose it's a bit clever to mimic a brass section vocally, but I do think it may have been cooler with an actual brass section, even just a small one. It's a story type song, but while a bit lesser good than the previous, that's right, lesser good than the previous track, yeah, I mean, it's a decent album, but nothing more.
There's a song, and I think it's by The Who uses the same melodic guitar riff in a song by them, and I didn't like the riff when The Who did it, and I like it even less when the Kinks do it. I don't like the song at all. All right.
Well, yeah, fuck it. It's like Tommy.
Yeah.
Not the song Tommy, but that thing is Sparks or...
But more like tummy. Like someone whose tummy is so big they can't even get up.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Samples was pastry.
Yeah. Only this is like patooey. Who'll eat it? Yeah. The next song is Last of the Steam-Powered Trains. Now, this is where I get a little more Wikipedia on people like you who look things up, but you wouldn't know this because you're not old enough. Anyway, that's the first dig. Sorry. Anyway, the first thing I thought of when I was hearing the first part of this is it sounds like Creedence Clearwater Revival's song Graveyard Train. And that was before I saw that this song had train in the title. The riff had been used by a lot of songs, and this song is a lot like a lot of little already used riffs, so I can't give it points for originality, but I will say it's a decent song and one of the better songs on the album. What do you think?
What was I supposed to learn?
That Creedence Clearwater Revival song.
Oh, well, they would have ripped these guys off. They were out before them. But anyway.
Yeah. So this came before that. But anyway, you were supposed to learn it.
Very good here. And it was actually, Mr. Wikipedia, based on Howlin' Wolf's Smokestack Lightning.
Oh, damn! You're now gonna burst my bubble. Okay.
Which I'm going to assume is quite different enough to not have to give a credit for because they did not. And believe me, I bet Howlin' Wolf was all into suing folks. But this one is very clever, and I don't blame him, by the way. And this one is very clever, being it's about a very British subject. The switchover from steam engines to diesel on the British railway network. So a real cool way to do some British blues. this song.
Yeah, it's good. Okay.
Yeah, it's really
I'm the one who needs to educate myself now. Anyway, what do you think of Big Sky?
Now, there's a lot of debate about what this song is actually about, and I'm going to, you know what? If you want to talk about me, you may, but I'm going to let that hang up there in the big sky, to borrow from the song. And listen to it yourself, folks. Say what it's about. It's part spoken word, part sung. Apparently, Dave Davies said Ray Davies was mimicking Burt Lancaster. Okay. This one has actually pretty solid rock feel to it going on for it. I enjoy it, but I just can't say it's better than the stronger tracks, though. It's filler. Not necessarily a skipper, but it's filler.
Okay, I put this song sounds a lot like the song Stray Cat Blues by the Rolling Stones. This is done well, but I would rather hear the Rolling Stones song instead.
Now,
And now for Sitting by the Riverside. There's a small part in this song that sounds influenced by Bike by Pink Floyd, and it's done well. It's a cute song, and I'm almost tempted to say I like it better than the rocking stuff, but I'm not quite ready to say that yet. Okay, what do you think of it?
I didn't. You see, you got me back. You didn't know Howlin' Wolf, but yeah, you're right. I guess it is a little bikish. A little bit.
Yeah.
You got me there.
Yeah.
This song's basically about fishing that features a ripoff of A Day in the Life in it. So
Oh.
we've hurt my feelings because one, it's really odd that they ripped off A Day in the Life, and I'm not really sure why it was needed. What the hell did they need to do that thing in this little dainty lame song? I mean, I've heard Kinks did more than hold their own that really don't. I've seen it. I've heard it on stuff. They don't need a copy of it, but they seem to here. And so fuck this song, and it's way too light for my taste. So I guess I give it my preference.
Wow. In fact, when you mention that, I think to myself, I actually like this better than A Day in the Life. But anyway, that's me. What do you think of Animal Farm?
That's just you.
Yeah, just me. But anyway, what do you think of Animal Farm?
Well, it has nothing to do with the actual novel. So it's not about communism, fighting communism. It's more about not losing your country, the countryside, pastures, farms, all that, to urban spread and sprawl. And this one is way more like it over that sitting by the riverside nonsense. Acoustic guitar driven, and again, I see that they're doing their own thing here. Even though I think Ray Davies sounds a little bit like Mick Jagger at points vocally, but not like a ton. And this is one that can hold its own a little bit. So they're back on track with Animal Farm for my money.
Okay, but this song is bearable, but not really good. I could listen to it and not mind it too much, but I'd rather listen to other songs. Okay, now for Village Green. I like this song. I wouldn't want to hear a whole album of nothing but these types of songs, but this one song is one of the better songs on the album. I like it, and it sounds more original than the rocking numbers. I dig it. What do you think?
Now, they did credit, or found credit to Nicky Hopkins finally. He played harpsichord here, and it's pretty damn well played, which is typical of Nicky Hopkins, by the way.
Yeah.
Very baroque here. And it's about the Americanization of English culture due to those pesky tourists. I also get some horns on this one, a bit understated, but it works really well here. I really love the structure of the song. And again, man, to me, they rubbed elbows with their competition easily here, be it the Beatles, Stones, and the Who. Great fucking song here, Village Green.
Right on. What do you think of Starstruck?
Ray said this was written as a tribute to his favorite Motown groups. I guess I'd hear it. I mean, if you're like doing a folky version of Motown, I suppose. Now, I
Okay, I put, this is merely bearable, but not a great song. Filler, in my opinion. And now for, yeah. Some people think alike, some are great. Anyway.
Did you hear Motown in that song?
No.
Yeah, there you go.
But anyway, now for phenomenal. This is cute.
Phenomenal cat.
Huh?
It's phenomenal cat.
Oh yeah, that's right. The phenomenal cat. This is cute. It's like a Syd Barrett song and it's not without its charms. It's an okay song to hear once in a while. What do you think?
I mean, who doesn't like a flying cat who went to Kathmandu in Hong Kong? We get a little bit of Ray and Dave singing lead on this song. Dave is the cat, by the way, which features tape manipulation to get that high voice. Like you noted, it's part Barrett, Sid, i.e.
Yeah.
Real Pink Floyd, part Lewis Carroll.
Yeah.
Also a supposedly satire of contemporary psychedelic music at the time.
Yeah.
Which is quite clever. It's an odd track, but I got a kick out of it.
All right. What do you think of All of My Friends Were There?
It's got a gallant type feel in the verse, waltz in the chorus. You know, waltz. Which is pretty cool to combine with different time signatures in the song. Clever and a bit comical, is it? I like the feel of the track. And its strength is the quirkiness and herky-jerkiness of the different time signatures. I got a kick out of this one as well. I don't know that it's one of my favorite songs of all time, but I thought it was a fun little listen.
Okay, but this is the kind of filler song I can enjoy occasionally because it's trite and doesn't sound like anything meant to be memorable, but it becomes memorable on its own without the other songs around it. So I respect it and like it somewhat. Okay, now for Wicked Annabella. For the type of song it is, it could have been much better. Or maybe not. It's a rocker, but one that sounds not great and not the type of rocking tune I like. Another filler tune. What do you think?
Well, Dave Davies finally gets some feedback going on here with his guitar, and he also took on lead vocals. The only track is on lead vocals. Unlike Lee, I really dug this one. It rocks out hard at parts. I would say it seemed like this would be hard to do live, and I found out they never did because of all the weird, different tracks. I get the I don't know, man. I like this one. Kick-ass drum solo at one point. And it has a freak-out ending that it seems like something John Lennon wanted to do, but couldn't quite achieve in the same way. I'm surprised you didn't like that freak-out thing at the end, but
No, I did, but I thought the whole song generally was just boring.
But I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, that's why I said that people like you who don't know better music.
Yeah, people. All of a sudden I suck.
Oh yeah, all of a sudden you do.
All right.
You're talking to a drunk guy.
It's not my favorite song.
Thank you. You're back on track. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't think anything can touch the railroad song yet, but we'll get in there. We'll see.
Oh, whatever. Anyway.
Oh, you love this too. You just didn't know how it was. Okay.
Yeah. The railroad. Yeah. I don't know what you said, but I want to comment, but I won't. Anyway, the next song is, what do you think of Monica?
A calypso number. And then the pure Davy style of writing songs, a serenade for a prostitute. And while this stuff really isn't usually my kind of thing, I think they do keep enough of some rock in there for me to get into it. Plus, I enjoyed the clever way they did this one lyrically. You gotta be smart to know it was about a prostitute. And I happen to be smart. Not a bad little tune as this one here. Not the best, but a solid track overall for some calypso.
All right, I put, this is better than Wicked Annabella, but it's not a great song either. It's the type of thing to hear on the beach in Florida while drinking sangria, which I'm not about to do. All right, now for the last song. People take pictures of each other, which to me sounds like a title I might think of, like, "Hi Mom, I'm going to eat the rice from the plate." Anyway, well, they finished the album with a song that is totally without any purpose. It's not horrible, but it's just a trivial little song that goes nowhere and does nothing, and then the album is finished. What do you think?
I think you kind of nailed that. So I felt like this sounds like a Lee Gershman title.
Yeah.
I thought you would love it just for that alone. They decided to close out with a rather quirky song. I do think it's kind of, then really what I read was Ray Davies was at some wedding, and he said the bride and the groom decided to photograph each other individually. He thought that was the weirdest thing he'd ever seen. Yeah, that is kind of weird. The song doesn't take itself too seriously. There's almost a Russian Cossack dance feel to it at points. Like a, hey, these things thought outside the box for 5 minutes. For me, I think it was a fine album and deserves to be held in high regard, especially in comparison to their peers at this time. And I'm glad to have heard it. So I'm glad that Lee was flexible to break outside of his Kinks box.
Yeah.
And only focus on the Arthur era, because he referenced that over and over again.
Yeah.
You're a Lola fan.
And this album came right before it. So it's pretty much that era.
Did you like the Come Dancing era, Lee?
Huh?
The Come Dancing era?
It's like if I'm at a party and they're playing that song and I can't find the stereo box to turn the song off, I'll listen to it and not complain more.
I hear you.
It's okay. Come Dancing is not.
Not my shit.
It's not an offensive tune.
No. I get you on the first album, even though they're just fucking doing covers for the most part.
But better than a lot of people.
Maybe.
Yes.
A couple, I agree. There's a couple. I agree. I'm not disagreeing. It's pretty cool. It's worth listening to. But what sets me above most people that, well, I'm the only person that comes on here, so I just say others. When you said I'm a simpleton, I mean, these guys were the godfathers of Britpop. They influenced Blur, they influenced Oasis, they influenced all these Britpop groups.
Simpleton groups.
It's an album, yeah, that one just went to Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well, because Simpleton people vote for them.
I didn't vote for it.
But I'm not saying you're a simpleton.
And I don't think, well, I was Mr. Simpleton, which is a cut above the regular Simpleton. But,
you have become no longer a simpleton. Anyway, go on.
you know, I knew the biggies of the Kinks, but I mean, I usually was more Beatles, Stones, and Who, but I would definitely check out more Kinks. I think I was missing something, and to understand the genesis of a music genre that I appreciate if nobody else does. It makes sense. They were more British in their approach. The hell, the first song, he had no clue what it was about, because it was a British subject.
Well, it's because they didn't want to look it up.
Well, we didn't go through. I wasn't even born
earlier.
Earlier, okay, so you were a toddler. You weren't worried about British stuff at the time. So I mean, it wasn't that way.
I didn't even know the album came out.
Right. It was British life. And they always sang about British life. They didn't try to appeal to the Americans. And that probably hurt them in a way. But for me, it was worth listening to. I think they'd do another one, but whichever. Let's just say it's our second Kinks album. We ended up appreciating it more. I enjoyed it, so you're welcome, Lee.
Okay, whatever. I thought that it was worth. It was interesting hearing to find that they were picking. They were doing some of their best music in the particular period, but they were picking their weakest songs. So it was like you going to a restaurant that's your favorite restaurant on the day when the son of the chef is cooking. Kind of like that.
Both agree. Yes, I think we would both agree though.
On that, yes.
No, I don't know about that. But the
I do.
powered train. Just follow me on this, Lee. Last of the steam powered trains is definitively the best cut on the album, easily. If you don't listen to nothing, listen to that song. It's an awesome blues rock song.
If I had not heard any of the other songs that were referenced in that song, and that was the only song I heard of the Kinks, I would have thought it was a good song.
Yeah, I was really shocked they could pull that off. So there you go.
I liked it, but I could not help but think about the other songs it took from.
Except Howlin' Wolf.
Except I didn't know about the Howlin' Wolf, or I didn't remember. Okay.
There's no problem.
But when I heard it, I first thought about Graveyard Train by John Fogerty, which I have a story about that song, but it can be for another time because I don't want to go off the rails.
I love CCR, both my parents did, and I'm not against that. So.
Yeah, I'm not either, but I just know something about the background of that song, which which relates to I don't want to give you a whole big story.
Right, coming soon, folks.
Yeah, maybe.
With the song that they ripped the Kinks off.
Well, I'll give you this. It's a song that Creedence Clearwater ripped off from someone else who I knew. That's all I want to say.
I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. I love CCR, so. But yeah, I'm just glad you didn't despise it as much as you thought.
All right, I'll tell you this just to get it out of the way. A friend of mine wrote a song and then he played it for Creedence Clear Revival. And they apparently did the song but changed the words and made it Graveyard Train, but he said they stole his song. Okay.
I can't wait to review that record.
It will be coming.
Cool, because I love CCR and I love some deep background stories. So
I would be very much more detailed in everything then.
I was literally though shocked that they could play blues rock as well. This group. So kudos to them.
I guess.
Also, I really was shocked. I didn't expect that. Some of the odd songs that were here. But
well, I wasn't shocked. I was surprised that I got through them, but I wasn't shocked.
Well, they were on an upward trend, really. Let's take that away from us, folks.
They were
Forgot.
they were above me, okay?
Yeah, they were kind of back in faces.
They were kind of showing me a side of me that was above me. Pooty pooty poo poo.
I mean, but like I said, I really thought the pictures, taking pictures of each other, would hit a little bit harder for me. But whatever, it's cool. I'm
Yeah.
glad we did it. It was fun. And,
Okay, all right. Thank you.
thanks for having me.
Bye bye.